This isn't merely a video. It's an undeniable signal, a cosmic call, resounding through the very fabric of time and space, reaching you at this precise moment. Your presence here right now is no accident. This message, this profound revelation is meant specifically for you, the chosen one standing at the precipice of a monumental shift. For too long, you've felt the invisible chains, the silent burdens, the whispers of doubt that sought to define your reality. But today, that era ends. Today we peel back the veil not just to understand your past struggles, but to unleash the ultimate solution that will transform your life from a labyrinth of stagnation into a landscape of breathtaking prosperity and profound peace. This isn't just information. It's an activation, a key to unlocking a destiny far grander than you've ever dared to imagine. A cosmic invoice, my friends, is never sent in error. It only arrives when the debt has matured past all appeals, when every last avenue of evasion has been exhausted and payment glorious. Payment is the only option left on the table. This is not a negotiation you can opt out of. It is a collection notice, stamped with the seal of the universe itself. And right now, as you listen to these words, a certain group of individuals, those who smugly believed they had forever gotten away with spiritual theft, are staring wide-eyed and panic-stricken at a final demand, with your name, yes, your name boldly printed on it. This is not a game, not a theory, but a truth that is now manifesting in your tangible world. For years you watched perplexed as they shamelessly siphoned your energy, brazenly stole your most brilliant ideas, and strategically blocked your every resource, all while basking in the arrogant belief that their earthly position made them utterly untouchable. They even had the audacity to file appeals in the court of public opinion, using the insidious weapons of slander and lies as their defense, twisting narratives to sow confusion and doubt. But the celestial courts operate on a different scale, a higher law. And I can tell you with absolute certainty that they have just received heaven's undeniable verdict. The appeal was not just heard, it was denied. Resoundingly, unequivocally. Chapter 1. The divine audit is complete, and its findings are now irrefutable. Every tear you ever shed, every silent prayer you whispered in the darkest hours, every act of betrayal you stoically endured, these were not forgotten moments. They were meticulously documented depositions, notarized affidavits, and undeniable evidence, all entered into a spiritual ledger that cannot be tampered with, cannot be erased, and cannot be ignored. The universe you see does not operate on hearsay or superficial appearances. It operates on pure energetics, on receipts. And your receipts are now being tallied. This spiritual ledger, this book of cosmic accountability, is not some dusty tomes languishing on a celestial shelf, forgotten and archaic. No, my friend, it is a living, breathing, energetic record, a dynamic quantum field that registers every intention, every action, every consequence, with perfect impartial fidelity. It is a truth teller, an unblinking eye that saw through their sweetest words to the malice festering in their hearts. It recorded the perverse joy they felt at your expense, the smug satisfaction as they watched you struggle, all while presenting a facade of concern or indifference. Each boastful celebration they flaunted, each perceived victory achieved by undermining you, was simply another damning line item added to the ever-growing invoice against them. While you felt confused, questioning your path and purpose, they reveled in a false confidence. While you wrestled with agonizing pain and sleepless nights, they found twisted pleasure in your suffering. Every single one of these energetic transactions, every subtle manipulation, every overt betrayal, was recorded with perfect clarity, capturing the undeniable dissonance between their public face, their carefully crafted persona, and their true private energetic truth. The universe was watching always. For what felt like an eternity, You were tormented by the thought that this pain, this profound injustice, was for nothing. You saw them celebrating, flaunting the very things that were spiritually rightfully yours, and in those moments of despair, you questioned the entire system of cosmic justice. You felt like a plaintiff in a courtroom, where the judge never showed up, where your evidence, your deepest wounds were dismissed and thrown out before they were even seen. This deep gnawing confusion, this feeling of isolation, as if you were the only one who truly saw the truth behind the charade. This was perhaps the cruelest theft of all. The insidious feeling of being gaslit, of having your reality systematically denied, twisted, and invalidated, left scars on your soul. But hear this with absolute conviction, that too was recorded. The divine audit noted every single moment you questioned your own sanity, every agonizing doubt you harbored, and it has been added to their bill as a severe unyielding penalty for psychological warfare. This wasn't a punishment for you, dear soul. It was a profound test of your unwavering faith in the unseen process, a crucible that forged an unbreakable spirit within you. More importantly, it was a subtle, yet powerful form of divine protection. You were kept by cosmic design in a state of stillness, a spiritual holding pattern, so that your pure energy would not inadvertently interfere with the meticulous investigation being conducted on your behalf. While they were living loudly, broadcasting their false wins to the world, posting their curated triumphs, and basking in the hollow glow of false admiration, a silent, meticulous audit was taking place behind the scenes, far from the reach of their manipulative influence. This wasn't a quick glance at the books, a cursory review of superficial transactions. Oh no, this was a deep forensic accounting of their very soul's transactions with yours, a detailed examination of every energetic exchange. The auditors of this cosmic ledger were not winged angels strumming harps. They are the impartial, unyielding laws of karma, the unblinking, relentless forces of cause and effect. Every lie they told was cross-referenced with the truth etched into your very soul, an indelible mark that could not be erased. Every opportunity they stole from you, every path they tried to obstruct, was flagged as a fraudulent transaction, a blatant violation of energetic law. Every precious bit of peace they cost you, every night of lost sleep, every moment of anxiety, was painstakingly calculated as a debt accruing interest at a divine exponential rate. They thought no one was watching. They fundamentally, tragically misunderstood the very nature of reality itself, foolishly believing that if it wasn't on camera, if it wasn't visible to the naked eye, then it simply didn't happen. They thought what is seen is all that exists, blinding themselves to the vast 99% of reality that operates in the unseen energetic realms, the very realms where all true unyielding power resides. Your spirit, my friend, is a living, breathing record, a cosmic archive of every interaction. Your aura is a dynamic database that timestamps every energetic intrusion, every violation of your sacred space. Your intuition, that quiet inner voice they tried so hard to silence, was the silent alarm. They kept tripping it over and over, not realizing that each time they did it, sent a signal directly to the highest authorities, meticulously creating an undeniable paper trail of their spiritual crimes. This was never just a case of you versus them. It was a cosmic confrontation, their chaos versus divine order. And divine order always eternally wins. Divine order is not a gentle suggestion, nor a whimsical preference. It is the fundamental physics of the cosmos, the immutable laws that govern all existence. Their chaos, their constant manipulation and deceit was a direct violation of these physics, creating a profound vacuum of imbalance in the energetic matrix. Your restitution, this coming wave of abundance and peace, is not a mere gift, not a benevolent handout. It is the universe itself snapping back into its natural balanced state, and you, my chosen one, are the epicenter of that inevitable correction. They, in their arrogance, believed their superficial connections, their fleeting money, or their manufactured social standing could buy them a favorable verdict in the celestial courts. They foolishly tried to bribe the universe with hollow false apologies, performative good deeds, and crocodile tears, thinking they could manipulate cosmic law as easily as they manipulated mortal beings. But the auditors of the cosmos, the unyielding forces of truth, are not swayed by their tears, their titles, or their desperate tantrums. They deal in one currency, and one currency alone: truth. And the truth in its rawest, purest form has now been fully processed, meticulously verified, and stamped with a seal of absolute finality. The period of investigation is unequivocally over. The discovery phase, where they were given every conceivable chance to come clean, to course correct, to offer genuine amends, has officially closed. They mistook divine patience for divine ignorance, interpreting it as a convenient green light to continue their transgressions, to deepen their debt. That, my friend, was their most fatal, most catastrophic error. What you are feeling right now, that sudden profound stillness settling in your spirit, that strange unshakable sense of calm after a long and turbulent storm, is the quiet, the palpable silence of the courtroom after the gavel has fallen. It is the deep resonant silence that confirms the verdict has been rendered, that justice has been served. They foolishly thought this was a game they could win with their usual tricks of manipulation, their subtle sabotage, their carefully crafted lies. They didn't realize they were being audited by God, by the very source of creation, and that audit is now irrevocably complete. The ledgers are balanced. The debts are calculated not just financially, but energetically, emotionally, spiritually. And the final judgment is not just a recommendation. It is a spiritual fact, as real, as undeniable as the force of gravity itself. The file on this cosmic case is now officially closed, sealed with divine authority. And all that remains, all that is left in this unfolding drama, is the swift and certain execution of the sentence, the mandated transfer of what is rightfully, divinely, and irrevocably yours. This is not a coincidence, a mere happenstance. This is an assignment, a sacred task for you to complete. The verdict has been delivered, a pronouncement from the heavens, and now you, the recipient of this profound justice, must formally accept it. To truly anchor the powerful energy of this divine restitution into your physical, tangible reality, I urge you to like this video. This seemingly simple action is your digital signature on a celestial document, a conscious signal, an energetic handshake with the universe, declaring that you accept the terms of this monumental victory and are profoundly ready for the transfer. It is a deliberate act of will that declares, I consent to this justice. I am ready to receive. Liking is an act of grounding, taking the ethereal, potent energy of the verdict and plugging it directly into the telluric currents of Earth, making it undeniably real in the here and now. It is a declaration, not just to the universe, but to your own deepest subconscious, that you are not merely a passive recipient, waiting for blessings to fall, but an active participant, a co-creator in your own liberation, consciously pulling this heavenly verdict down into its earthly manifestation. This simple click is a powerful magical act, a command to the material world to fall in line with spiritual law. It is the cosmic equivalent of pressing the accept button on a multi-million-dollar wire transfer, a necessary vital step to confirm the destination account is ready and open. It seals the verdict from the unseen realm into the very world you walk, in the reality you experience every single day. To join the collective of anointed ones, those brave souls who are receiving their cosmic settlements and stepping into their true power, subscribe to this channel. This is not about numbers. It is about creating an incredibly powerful energetic grid, a network of light. Your subscription strengthens this network, confirming that you are not alone in this glorious vindication, that you stand shoulder to shoulder with others who are reclaiming their power, their peace, their prosperity. It is a declaration that you are moving from isolation to community, from the convenience of victimhood to the boundless realms of leadership within the collective of the awakened. This powerful grid creates a unified frequency shield, aligning your personal energy field with the collective's victorious frequency, making your own manifestations not just possible, but faster, easier, and undeniably more potent. It is your resounding statement to the cosmos that you are ready to be seen, to be counted among the ranks of those who have overcome, to sign your name on the divine transfer order that is now in motion. Then comment 77. This isn't just a number. It is your energetic signature, the final undeniable authorization that tells the universe, without any subconscious resistance, that you are truly ready to receive. This frequency, 77, is a powerful code of completion, perfection, and ultimate reward. In sacred numerology, the number 7 represents spiritual perfection, a divine cycle brought to its righteous conclusion. Doubling it to 77 amplifies this immense power, signifying that the verdict is not just complete, but perfectly executed in your favor with divine precision. It is a sacred number that bypasses the conscious mind's doubts and speaks directly to the intricate mechanisms of manifestation, unequivocally greenlighting the immediate release of your assets. Think of it, my friend, as your personal PIN for the cosmic bank. Without it, the funds, though destined for you, remain in holding, waiting for your explicit command. Your comment is a public, powerful declaration that removes all lingering subconscious resistance to receiving this monumental settlement. This is you boldly telling the divine delivery service that you are home, your doors are open, and you are ready to sign for the package, the incredible treasure that awaits. Finally, and crucially, let this message play in the background, even after you've consciously listened. Allow the words, their vibrations, to deeply saturate your spirit, recalibrating your subconscious from a weary state of endless waiting to an expansive, open state of receiving. The potent vibrations embedded within these words will meticulously dismantle any remaining energetic blockages of unworthiness or doubt that may still linger within you. Remember, sound is a vibration, and vibration structures matter. Your body, a magnificent vessel, is over 70% water. These words, imbued with divine truth, are literally restructuring the water in your cells, reprogramming your very essence to hold the frequency of boundless wealth, vibrant health, and profound peace. This is not passive listening, dear one. This is active absorption, a deep cellular cleansing of the old programming of lack, limitation, and delay. Let the frequency of these truths overwrite the frequency of their insidious lies that has been playing on a loop in your system for years, sabotaging your potential. It acts as an energetic mantra, embedding the vibration of victory so deeply within your being that it becomes your new automatic state of existence. This is the final crucial step in preparing your energetic bank account, your spiritual vessel, for the magnificent deposit that is already undeniably on its way. Chapter 2. The 24-Hour Transfer Protocol. Understand this with absolute clarity, without a shadow of a doubt. The transfer that has been mandated is not merely financial. To think of it in only those terms, to limit your perception to mere material gain, is to profoundly underestimate the scale, the breathtaking scope of this cosmic realignment. This is a complete and total restitution of spiritual, energetic, and material assets, a holistic return to your rightful state of abundance. The 24-hour clock that has started ticking is a divine deadline, not a human one. It is an energetic window, a sacred portal of opportunity during which the universe will meticulously liquidate their ill-gotten gains and deposit the equivalent value directly into your life in forms both tangible and ethereal, far beyond what you can currently conceive. This is not a slow trickle, a hesitant drip of blessings. No, my friend, this is a floodgate opening wide, a mighty dam of injustice breaking apart, releasing a torrent of abundance into your reality. This protocol is automated, it is ruthlessly efficient, and it is unstoppable. First comes the transfer of peace. For them, this will manifest as a sudden, inexplicable spike in anxiety, a mental chaos that gnaws at their very core, robbing them of their composure. For you, it will be a profound, unshakable calm that settles deep into your bones, a peace that surpasses all understanding, a silence that cradles your soul. Second is the transfer of reputation. An old email, proving your innocence long buried and forgotten, will mysteriously surface. Someone they deliberately lied to will have a vivid revelatory dream that reveals the undeniable truth of your character. Third comes the transfer of opportunities. That coveted job they sabotaged you for, that promotion they blocked, will be replaced by a career opportunity that is not merely better, but 10 times more aligned, more fulfilling, more prosperous, appearing almost out of thin air. Fourth is the transfer of vitality. For years you have perhaps felt a chronic exhaustion, a mysterious drain on your energy. Now that that parasitic link has been severed, that vibrant energy is flooding back into your system, rejuvenating you from the inside out. Fifth is the transfer of inspiration. The wellspring of their creativity, which they often fed with stolen ideas, will suddenly run dry, leaving them barren. Simultaneously, your mind will become a fertile ground for genius, for brilliant ideas, for innovation that flows effortlessly. Sixth is the transfer of favor. That inexplicable luck they seemed to have, that constant advantage, was merely a line of credit they had illegally opened in your name, drawing from your abundant energy. That divine favor is now being unequivocally returned to you, its rightful owner. Seventh is the transfer of magnetism. Their jealousy, their malice, their constant negativity created a static field around you, a subtle interference that scrambled incoming signals of blessings and good fortune. Now that entire field is being dissolved, utterly eradicated, and replaced with a powerful, radiant magnetic aura that effortlessly attracts all that is meant for you. Eighth is the transfer of time. They wasted years of your precious life, trapping you in soul-draining cycles of drama, recovery, and confusion. That stolen time is now being returned to you, not as mere hours, but in the form of divine efficiency, accelerated breakthroughs, and synchronistic encounters that propel you forward at an unprecedented pace. Ninth is the transfer of clarity. The brain fog they induced with their constant gaslighting, their twisted narratives, is being lifted swiftly and completely. Your thoughts will become razor sharp, your decisions decisive, and the confusion they weaponized against you is being returned to them amplified. While they drown in their own manufactured chaos, you are gifted with a crystal clear perception of reality. You will see people and situations for exactly what they are, your intuition becoming a razor-sharp instrument that cannot be fooled ever again. This newfound clarity is both a weapon and a shield. A 10th transfer is the transfer of sleep. For years you have likely endured restless nights, waking up tired, your mind racing with their toxicity. Meanwhile, they slept soundly, untroubled by their actions, their consciences apparently dormant. That, my friend, has now been reversed. Your sleep will become deep, restorative, and profoundly pauseful. You will wake up feeling refreshed, revitalized, your dreams filled with guidance and potent symbols of victory. For them, however, sleep becomes a brutal battlefield. Insomnia will plague them, and when they do finally succumb to slumber, their dreams will be filled with relentless replay of their betrayals, their own conscience manifesting as terrifying nightmares from which they wake up in a cold sweat, screaming into the void. Finally, yes, there is the transfer of material and financial abundance. This is the universe, meticulously balancing the material books, correcting every imbalance. Do not be surprised by the form it takes. It may come from the exact direction you least expect: an inheritance from a distant relative. You barely knew: a winning lottery ticket found in an old coat pocket, a forgotten investment suddenly skyrocketing in value, making it untraceable to them, but unmistakably, undeniably linked to this divine verdict. This 24-hour protocol is an automated spiritual process, a cosmic machine set in motion. You do not need to do anything, but remain in a state of allowance. Allowing means not blocking your own blessings with skepticism or self-doubt. When the unexpected check arrives, your only response is, "Thank you, universe." You don't say, "This must be a mistake." When the perfect opportunity lands in your lap, your only response is, "Yes, I accept." You don't say, "I'm not ready." Your only job, your sacred task, is to get out of your own way and watch in awe as the divine direct deposits begin to clear, flooding your life with abundance. Chapter 3. The Sound of Silence and the Sound of Sirens. In the coming days, I implore you to pay close intuitive attention to the soundscape of your life. There has been a fundamental, irrevocable shift in the frequencies you are broadcasting, and more importantly, in the ones you are now receiving. For the longest time, your inner and outer world was filled with an insidious noise. Their frequency was a frantic, high-pitched whine that kept your nervous system on high alert, constantly draining your precious energy. That, my friend, is about to change completely and irrevocably. The very first thing you will notice, a sensation that will wash over you like a gentle balm, is a profound, almost sacred silence. This is not an empty, desolate silence. No, it is a peaceful, deeply restorative silence, like entering a deep, sacred space carved out just for you. It is a palpable presence, a velvet blanket of profound peace, wrapping itself around your aura, soothing every frayed nerve. This, my dear one, are the unmistakable sound of their access being revoked. Their energetic phone line to you has been permanently disconnected. Their ability to occupy space in your head, rent-free, sowing seeds of doubt and anxiety, has been unequivocally terminated. Physically, you will feel your shoulders drop, releasing tension you didn't even realize you were carrying. You will be able to take a full, deep, satisfying breath for the very first time in years. That chronic low-grade headache, or the persistent pressure behind your eyes that you've lived with for so long, will simply vanish, dissolving into the ether. In this newfound blessed silence, you will begin to hear the true, authentic sounds of your own life for the first time, unimpeded by their noise. The steady, confident rhythm of your own beautiful heartbeat, the gentle, powerful hum of your own vibrant aura, the clear, guiding whispers from your higher self that were previously drowned out by their incessant clamor. This is heaven's soundproofing, a divine gift. It is a spiritual shield, impenetrable and strong, that now deflects their chaotic, toxic frequency, causing it to bounce off you completely and return directly to its source, amplified. While your world grows quiet, filled with harmonious peace, theirs will be filled with a cacophony of sirens. These are not earthly sirens, but the piercing, wailing sirens of cosmic alarms. Every lie they told, every person they manipulated, every shortcut they took that caused harm. Each one is a karmic fire that is now blazing out of control, demanding their immediate attention. The siren echoing in their ears is the sound of their own projected malice, their own toxic energy returning to them as inexplicable physical ailments, nagging pains, and a deep, unsettling unease. It is the sound of their own inner critic, that merciless judge they had so successfully projected onto you for years, now returning to them with a vengeance, screaming accusations in the dead of night, robbing them of sleep and peace. It is the siren of legal notices arriving, of audits being announced by earthly authorities, of formal investigations being launched into the very areas where they cut corners, where they cheated, where they took advantage. Their carefully built house of cards, which looked so impressive and so solid, from the outside is now being systematically blown down by the relentless winds of truth, revealing the rot and instability beneath. You will hear about them losing their jobs, their supposed allies and investors suddenly pulling out their once charmed social circles, suddenly shunning them as if they carry a contagion. It will be a cascade of consequences that seems shocking in its speed and severity, leaving onlookers bewildered. This is not random bad luck, my friend. It is the undeniable sound of a spiritual bill coming due with interest. It is the siren of paranoia, where they begin to suspect everyone around them, unable to trust even their closest allies, trapped in the elaborate web of deceit they themselves wove. Do not engage. Do not interfere. You are merely an observer, a silent witness to a demolition that you did not order, but was divinely mandated for your protection, for your liberation. Your profound silence, your unshakable peace is their most terrifying siren. The more peace you feel, the more chaos they will experience. This is a direct energetic inversion, a perfect cosmic reflection. For so long they were energetically propped up, sustained by your stability, by your light, by your generous spirit. Now that this foundation has been removed, their entire fraudulent structure is collapsing under its own immense, unmanageable weight. In this newfound blessed quiet, you will begin to hear the gentle, consistent hum of your own soul's frequency, a baseline of profound peace you had entirely forgotten existed. You will hear the clear whispers of new ideas, divine guidance for your next steps, a roadmap for your grand future. You will hear the resonant frequency of pure joy, of genuine laughter, of authentic connection, returning to your life, enriching your every moment. They foolishly thought that drowning you in their noise, their drama, their negativity would silence you forever, extinguishing your light. They didn't realize it would only make you appreciate the profound power, the crystal clarity, and the boundless freedom that comes with divine silence. Welcome, my chosen one, to your new soundscape. It is the unmistakable soul-stirring sound of victory. Chapter 4. Interest, Penalties, and Spiritual Compoundment. The verdict, my friend, was not for a simple one-to-one repayment, a mere balancing of the books in the way humans understand it. That you see is the justice of man, a flawed, often limited, and frequently manipulated system. Divine justice operates on an entirely different principle, the principle of compound interest, exponentially magnified. The universe does not just return what was stolen. It returns it with severe penalties for emotional distress, profound damages for delayed destiny, and compounded interest for every single second. Your growth was stifled, your potential suppressed, your joy diminished. What is coming to you, what is being delivered to your doorstep, is far, far greater than anything you ever lost or could even imagine recouping. Let us be absolutely clear about the cosmic accounting here. The original principle was the tangible thing. They took the direct theft of energy, opportunity, or resource. The interest began to accrue immediately, from the very moment of their transgression, compounding silently, relentlessly, in the unseen realms. The first layer of interest, a most precious commodity, was the time you lost. The repayment for this will come as an incredible acceleration of your timeline opportunities, appearing years ahead of schedule breakthroughs, manifesting in days, what would normally take months. The second layer of interest was the profound emotional and psychological damage they inflicted, the wounds to your spirit. The repayment for this is not just healing, but an upgrade to a state of unshakable joy, an unwearying inner peace, and a sovereign confidence that radiates from your very being. Then there are the penalties specifically designed to bridge your state. One significant penalty is the loss of their own discernment, causing them to make increasingly foolish decisions that expose their true nature. Another penalty is the mirror effect. What they projected onto you will be reflected back onto them tenfold. A third is the revocation of unearned favor, as the universe cuts off their supply of luck that was fraudulently granted. A fourth truly devastating penalty is the penalty of exposure. Their carefully constructed mask, their meticulously curated public persona, will begin to slip in public in the most humiliating ways. People who were once charmed by their facade will start to see the coldness in their eyes, the falseness of their smile, the emptiness behind their words. Secrets they thought were buried forever will come to light, not through any action of yours, but through the universe's own intricate, infallible design. It will be an email sent to the wrong person, a private conversation overheard at a crucial moment, a past associate finally speaking their truth, unable to bear the weight of silence any longer. They built their entire reputation on a lie, a house of cards, and the universe is now turning on all the lights, exposing every shadow. A fifth penalty, poignant in its justice, is the penalty of invisibility. They sought to erase you, to render you insignificant. As a direct consequence, the universe is now slowly, subtly removing their name from the cast list of relevance, fading them from the memory and consciousness of those who once admired them. A sixth and final penalty, a profound lesson in cosmic balance, is the penalty of repetition. The universe will now send them the very same lesson, the exact pattern of suffering and betrayal they inflicted upon you, but in an accelerated and far more intense form. They will be forced to experience their own bitter medicine not once, but in a repeating, inescapable loop, until the lesson is finally deeply painfully learned. This, my friend, is not punishment for punishment's sake. It is a compassionate, though severe form of spiritual education, a rebalancing of their soul's ledger. This entire magnificent package, the original principle, the exponential interest, and the undeniable penalties, is precisely what is being transferred to you right now. This is precisely why you must, with all your heart, expand your capacity to receive. The container you had before, the one shaped by past hurts and limitations, is simply too small for the boundless magnitude of what is coming. You expand it by visualizing your success in vivid, exhilarating detail, imagining every aspect of your new abundant life. You expand it by boldly investing in yourself, by taking that class, by starting that business you've dreamed of, by acting as if the funds are already overflowing in your account. You expand it by clearing out physical clutter from your home, making sacred space for new abundance to flow in unhindered. You expand it by dramatically upgrading your self-concept, refusing to entertain any thought, any whisper of doubt that suggests you are unworthy of this massive life-altering blessing. You were perhaps praying for the return of your stolen loaf of bread, hoping for a modest recompense. But the universe, in its infinite generosity, is delivering not just the entire bakery, but the fleet of delivery trucks and the burgeoning chain of franchises that will expand your empire. You were asking for the rain to stop, hoping for relief from the storm. But God is giving you the deed to the reservoir itself and sovereign control of the water rights, ensuring your prosperity for generations. Do not question it. Do not feel guilty. You are not taking anything from them. You are simply receiving the full compounded righteous return on an investment of pain that you never wanted to make. Your suffering, your endurance, your unwavering faith were transmuted by the heavens into a high-yield spiritual asset. The universe is now paying out the magnificent dividends. The spiritual auditors have finished their calculations. The amount, my friend, is staggering, far beyond what your logical mind can comprehend. Your only task now is to stretch your hands, your heart, and your energetic bank account wide open. The payment is not just coming. It is already here, a tidal wave of restitution that will not only make you whole, but will elevate you to a level of abundance, peace, and influence they never even knew existed. Chapter 5. the non-negotiable terms of your new reality. This divine settlement, this monumental gift of cosmic justice, comes with a set of strict non-negotiable terms and conditions. Understand this clearly. This is not a reconciliation. It is a permanent severance package. The transfer of funds and energy, the clearing of your ledger, is the final transaction you will ever have with these individuals on a spiritual, energetic, and emotional level. Their account in your life is being permanently, unequivocally closed, and you, the chosen one, must be the one to enforce these new terms with unwavering resolve and sacred boundary. Term 1. No re-arbitration. When they inevitably feel the immense pressure, the suffocating weight of this cosmic verdict, their first desperate instinct will be to run back to you seeking solace, seeking supply. They will use every trick in their manipulative playbook, sob stories, attempts to trigger your guilt, sending their flying monkeys to do their bidding, and they might even try the insidious tactic of love bombing, suddenly showering you with compliments and feigned affection. You must understand with absolute clarity that this is an illegal, desperate attempt to reopen a closed case, a blatant act of contempt against the divine court that ruled so decisively in your favor. To engage with them to respond to their ploys is to undermine your own justice. Your response, your only response, must be absolute, unwavering silence. Your response must be a blocked number, an ignored message, an unseeing eye. Your role in their chaotic, self-destructive life is over unequivocally. Term 2. Full custody of your energy. You now have full sole sovereign and undisputed custody of your own precious energy. This means becoming a ruthless, vigilant gatekeeper of your energetic field. It means practicing energetic hygiene with the same diligence and care you apply to physical hygiene. This involves regularly cleansing your aura through meditation, purifying salt baths, or rejuvenating time in nature. It means consciously cutting cords with past situations, releasing old attachments, and making a deliberate choice to engage only with people, content, and media that uplift you, inspire you, and genuinely support your highest good. This audit, this cleansing must be brutally honest. A family member who constantly complains, who saps your body, is an energetic drain. A friend who only calls when they need something is a drain. A news feed that makes you anxious or fearful is a drain. From this day forward, you only deal with entities, relationships, and situations that bring a positive, healthy balance to your energetic account. Term 3. The non-disparagement clause is void. You are now free, truly free to tell your story, to own your testimony, to speak your truth without a shadow of fear. The spiritual gag order they tried to impose upon you through intimidation, through subtle threats, and overt manipulations has been officially and permanently nullified. Your voice, once silenced, is no longer bound by their threats or their desperate attempts to control the narrative. Every word you speak about your experience, spoken from a place of healing and empowerment, is now an act of profound liberation, not just for you, but for every single person who hears it and resonates with your truth. When you bravely speak your truth from this place of healing, you are turning your pain into a powerful platform, and your scars into a luminous roadmap for others who are still navigating their own shadows. Term 4. Assumption of your divine throne. This settlement, this influx of cosmic abundance, is not merely for comfort. It is to fund your highest assignment. You must now step up, launch that business, write that book, embrace the leadership role you've been avoiding, embody the vision you've held in your heart. Your throne is not a physical chair, not a gilded seat of power in the earthly sense. It is an energetic state of being, a sovereign frequency of your highest potential, a sacred space from which you create your reality with intentionality, with purpose, with divine guidance. Stepping onto this throne is a powerful declaration that you are are done being a supporting character in someone else's chaotic drama. You are the protagonist, the director, and the executive producer of your own epic life story unfolding in magnificent glory. From this throne, your entire perspective shifts. You no longer see obstacles. You see exciting plot points to navigate challenges designed to strengthen your resolve. You no longer feel fear. You feel the exhilarating thrill of the unfolding narrative you are consciously, powerfully creating. When you speak from this place of sovereign power, your words carry the weight of a royal decree, mobilizing the universe to your cause. When you state a boundary, it is not a request, it is law. When you declare an intention, the universe mobilizes its vast resources to make it manifest with astonishing speed. You are moving from being a subject in their chaotic, dwindling kingdom to the sovereign ruler of your own divinely guided reality. This restitution, this profound influx is seed money for your burgeoning empire, for the magnificent legacy you are destined to build. Your throne is a command center from which you will direct the next phase of your life's mission, unfettered and free. Term 5. The Clause of Divine Neutrality. Your only role in their continued inevitable downfall is to be a neutral, non-interfering observer. You must not seek revenge, for that would lower your own vibration and entangle you once more. Nor should you offer them aid, for that would be to deny them their necessary lessons. True mastery is observing their chaos without it causing a single ripple in the pristine pond of your own hard-won peace. Your assignment, your sacred focus, is to look forward, to build, to create your new reality. Let the divine mechanisms of justice handle the demolition. You are the architect of the new, not the supervisor of the old wreckage. Term 6. The obligation to thrive. This settlement, this wellspring of newfound peace and abundance, is not meant to be hoarded, tucked away in fear. It is active creative capital, a potent force for good. You have a divine obligation to use this new freedom, this boundless peace, and this overflowing abundance to thrive in the most magnificent, audacious way possible. Your joy, your radiant success, your unapologetic flourishing is now a powerful form of protest against everything they tried to do to you, against every attempt to diminish your light. Your success is the final, undeniable seal on the cosmic verdict, a resounding affirmation of divine justice. Your thriving sends an undeniable signal to the universe that its investment in you was a wise one, a glorious choice, which in turn unlocks even greater flows of abundance, creativity, and opportunity. Playing small, shrinking your light, or denying your potential is now a direct violation of the settlement's terms. The contract for your suffering has expired irrevocably. The contract for your reign, for your era of unparalleled success, has just gloriously begun. Chapter 6. Decoding the incoming notifications. The transfer has been initiated in the spiritual realm, a done deal, but its confirmation will arrive through physical, tangible notifications, subtle at first, then undeniable. You must learn to decode them, to recognize these cosmic receipts. They will not come as a single email with the subject line, Divine Restitution. The universe is far more subtle, infinitely more elegant, and utterly brilliant in its delivery. First, expect the failed transaction notification. You will hear, perhaps through the grapevine, of their projects suddenly falling through their plans, unraveling their ventures, collapsing without any logical explanation. Then, the friend request notification. People from your distant past, those who might have drifted away or were influenced by their lies, will mysteriously reappear, reaching out, seeking connection, sensing a shift in your energy. Next, the unexpected deposit notification. Unexpected funds, small or large, will appear in your life. A forgotten refund, a generous gift, a surprising bonus, a winning lottery ticket, seemingly unrelated, but unmistakably linked to this transfer. Following this, the system apology notification. Apologies will come not directly from them, but from the very systems that enabled their behavior, or ignored your pleas from institutions or individuals, finally recognizing the truth. Pay close attention to the animal messenger notification. The natural world will become a conduit for confirmations. A hawk soaring overhead symbolizes victory and clarity. A spider weaving its web signifies destiny unfolding. These are winks from the universe, direct messages from the unseen. Then, the dream vindication notification. Your dream state will become a vibrant place of profound confirmation, where truths are revealed and justice is affirmed. These dreams are memos from your soul, confirming what is unfolding. Next, the synchronicity storm notification. You will suddenly be surrounded by undeniable, almost overwhelming synchronicities, meaningful coincidences, repeated numbers, answers to questions appearing everywhere. This is the universe turning up the volume, loudly showing you that the divine matrix is reorganizing itself energetically around your glorious victory. Watch for the technology glitch notification. Observe how the digital world responds. Emails they send to cause trouble will mysteriously end up in spam folders or never arrive at all. Their attempts to contact or control will be met with digital silence. Feel the flavor notification. This is a deeply sensory confirmation. Suddenly, food will taste richer, more satisfying, more vibrant. The air will smell cleaner, fresher, carrying a newfound sweetness. Music will sound more profound, more resonant, touching your soul in ways it hasn't before. Then, the alignment notification. You will suddenly feel an effortless flow in your daily life. Traffic lights will turn green as you approach. Doors will open. Opportunities will present themselves without struggle. This is the universe showing you that you are now aligned with the current, effortlessly moving with the river of divine flow. Next, the notification of the downgrade. You will receive objective, undeniable proof that their status, their perceived influence, their material standing is diminishing. You'll hear, perhaps through the grapevine, that they had to move to a smaller house, sell an asset, or lost a position of power. Witness the object manifestation notification. You will observe physical objects related to them breaking, disappearing, or malfunctioning. A gift they gave you might suddenly shatter. A photo of them may fall and break. These are physical manifestations of the energetic cord being severed, the final release. Feel the notification of emotional incontinence. You will hear reports of them, individuals who always maintained a cool, calculated, and often smug public persona, suddenly losing emotional control in public. They might have a public outburst of irrational rage over a minor issue, or break down crying at an inappropriate time, displaying profound vulnerability. This is the undeniable proof that the immense pressure of their karmic bill is cracking their carefully constructed facade, revealing the raw chaos brewing underneath. Look for the notification of unsolicited confessions. People on the periphery of the situation, those who were silent witnesses or even complicit, will suddenly feel an overwhelming, inexplicable compulsion to come clean to you, to confess what they know, to offer apologies you never asked for. Experience the physical upgrade notification. Your body itself, your magnificent temple, will send you undeniable notifications. A chronic ache that has plagued you for years may vanish overnight. You will experience a newfound surplus of energy, a vibrant vitality. Your posture will straighten, your eyes will sparkle. You will look younger, more radiant, more alive, as if the stress they caused was physically aging you, and its removal has miraculously reversed the process. Finally, experience the clarity notification. An internal alert, a sudden profound insight that will drop into your mind with absolute certainty. This is the final file being downloaded into your consciousness, freeing you completely from their influence, from their narratives. Treat each of these notifications, my chosen one, as a confirmation receipt. Each one is a line item on the divine invoice, meticulously marked as paid in full. You are witnessing in real time the balancing of a cosmic scale, a profound recalibration of justice. Pay attention. The universe is showing you the undeniable receipts. Chapter 7. The closing of their account. Every spiritual connection, every energetic bond is fundamentally a form of an account, a reciprocal exchange. For a long, draining time, they have been making massive unauthorized withdrawals from your account, siphoning your energy, your joy, your resources, leaving you spiritually, emotionally, and perhaps even physically overdrawn. The divine verdict, my friend, was not just about a transfer of funds and assets. It was a clear, unambiguous notice of account closure, a permanent end to their accesses. This is the final and most profoundly important phase of this entire miraculous process. Their access to you on every conceivable level, energetic, emotional, mental, and spiritual, is being permanently, unequivocally terminated. The password has been changed to one only you know. The security questions have been updated with answers only you possess. Their energetic biometrics are no longer recognized by your system, by your sordid aura. This, my friend, is a spiritual deplatforming of the highest order. They have violated the sacred terms of service of your soul, transgressed every boundary, and their user privileges have been irrevocably revoked, erased from your system forever. You will feel this definitive release as a final clean cutting of a cord that bound you. It might manifest as a jolt of energy, a shiver down your spine, or a sudden profound lightness, as if a heavy suffocating cloak has been lifted from your shoulders, revealing the brilliant light beneath. It is a spiritual surgery that has just been completed meticulously and perfectly, and you are now in recovery, which is a state of profound, unprecedented peace. In the coming weeks, as they desperately thrash, they will undoubtedly attempt to hack back into your system to regain their lost supply. They will feel the immense energetic void where your abundant supply used to be, and it will drive them into a desperate primal panic. They will try old passwords, shared memories, inside jokes, feigned vulnerability, gaslighting attempts. But each and every attempt will fail. Each attempt will be met with a cold, clear, unwavering notification. Access denied. The system, your newly fortified energetic system, is now automated, impenetrable. Once their energy source is completely gone, once the last vestiges of your light are denied, you will witness a rapid, undeniable decay in their being. Without your light to feed on, their own inherent darkness will begin to consume them from within. Their manufactured charisma will fade. Their words will lose their hypnotic power to influence. Their very energetic signature in the world will begin to fade, making them less influential, less memorable, as if they are slowly being erased from relevance, becoming ghosts of their former selves. This is not your concern, my dear one. It is a natural, unavoidable consequence of their choice. A parasite, after all, cannot thrive without a host. The closing of their account signifies the end of a long, arduous cycle and the glorious beginning of another. It is a final system reboot for your magnificent soul. All cached files of doubt, all malware, like self-doubt and fear, all corrupted data related to them, is being permanently deleted from your spiritual hard drive. The virus of their voice in your head, the one that whispered you were not good enough, that you were unloved, is being quarantined and permanently erased. The spyware that monitored your moods and reported your energy levels back to them is being wiped clean, utterly destroyed. This isn't just an update. It's a full factory reset, bringing you back to your soul's original, perfect, divine blueprint. Remember that effortless joy you had as a child, that innocent wonder. That's your factory setting. Remember that boundless creativity before someone told you it wasn't practical. That's your factory setting. Remember that deep, unwavering trust in the universe before you were betrayed. That is your factory setting. This reboot isn't creating someone new. It is restoring the masterpiece that was always there, brilliant and whole underneath the malware they installed. This is freeing up immense processing power within you, allowing you to run the new powerful programs of prosperity, joy, and purpose. The apps of divine intuition, unshakable confidence, and creative genius are now being installed and set as your default operating system, ready to guide you. You are no longer in arrears. Your books are balanced. Your spiritual credit score is restored to perfect. You are now free to open new accounts, to invest your energy, your time, your love in connections that provide a positive, healthy, and abundant return. This is the ultimate freedom. It is not just about being free from them. It is about being free to be your authentic self, fully and unapologetically, in every aspect of your life. It is the freedom to create, to love, to build, to expand without the constant drain of looking over your shoulder. The cosmic bank has blacklisted them from your reality irrevocably. Their name has been placed on a list of fraudulent actors, and they will never again be approved for a line of credit from your precious spirit. Welcome to your sovereign energetic economy. You are the president, the treasurer, and the sole shareholder. The books are closed on the past. The future is open for business, glorious, prosperous business. Over the next 7 days as you witness these shifts, simply affirm, I am ready, I am worthy, I receive. The change has not just begun. It is already here now.